Welcome to the longest running quiz show in the area. Categories. High school students compete to answer questions on topics from art to science, history to current events. And now, here's your categories host, John Bartell.
Hi, welcome to Categories. Today we're bringing you
the show in the area. Welcome to the longest running quiz show in the area. Categories. High school students compete to answer questions on topics from art to science, history to current events. And now, here's your categories host, John Bartell.
Hi, welcome to Categories. Today we're bringing you a competition between two perennial powerhouses in the Categories League, the Shawnee Mission East Lancers versus the Blue Valley West Jaguars. Let's go ahead and meet our competitors. First from East.
Hi, I'm Charles Hotchkiss. I'm a senior, and my favorite color is periwinkle purple.
Hi, my name is Peter Bouts. I'm a senior, and my favorite color is ocean blue.
Hi, I'm Ryan Wastener. I'm a senior, and my favorite color is burnt orange.
Hi, I'm Polly Hahn. I'm a sophomore. My favorite color is purple.
Hi, my name is Jonathan Dawson, and I'm a senior, and my favorite color is fiery red.
Fantastic. And for our competitors from Blue Valley West.
I'm Tyler Hansel. I'm a senior, and my favorite color is orange.
Danny Ritchie. I'm a senior, and my favorite color is also periwinkle purple.
Hi, I'm Walker Womack. I'm a junior, and kind of on the spot here, favorite color, blue.
Hi, I'm Peter Bushman. I'm a junior, and my favorite color is teal.
Hi, I'm Whit Womack. I'm a junior, and my favorite color is green.
Fantastic, and that's great information to know about all our competitors here on Categories today. And don't forget, I'm your host, John Bartell, and my favorite color is plaid. Okay, so as we head into our first round, it is the round in which we take turns answering questions. Question is asked to one team. If the team responds incorrectly, the other team will get a chance to steal. We did a coin toss before we started taping, and it was won by Blue Valley West. So Jaguars, here is the first question, and it is in the category of U.S. Geography, rivers. The Mohawk River is a chief tributary of what river? Danny.
Mississippi.
Incorrect. Lancers, chance to steal this U.S. Geography rivers question. The Mohawk River is a chief tributary of what river? Jonathan.
Missouri River.
That is not correct. It is the Hudson River. Lancers, you do get the next category, which is science. Any organism which cannot use the sun's energy to make its own food is a what? West, chance to steal this science category. Any organism which cannot use the sun's energy to make its own food is a what? Danny?
Consumer.
Consumer is correct. Next category for you, West, is math, geometry. Find the area of a rhombus with diagonals measuring 8 meters and 12 meters. Tyler?
48 square meters.
That is correct. Lancers, next category for you, general knowledge, vegetables. Only 2 vegetables are perennials. Name either one of them. Peter?
Broccoli.
Broccoli is incorrect. West, chance to steal this general knowledge category. Only 2 vegetables are perennials. Name either one of them. Walker?
The potato.
Potato is incorrect. It's either rhubarb or asparagus. Rhubarb or asparagus. West, you do get the next category, literature. For many years, Henry Wadsworth Longfellow taught modern languages at Harvard University. In addition to writing his own poems, he translated poetry from 18 different languages. His most significant translation, published in 1867, was of what Italian work? Danny?
The Divine Comedy.
That is correct, the Divine Comedy. Lancers, next category for you is artists. Although an original artist in his own right, he spent some of his last 20 years of his life painting variations of previous works by old masters, including Delacroix's Women of Algiers. Name this Spanish artist. Ryan?
Picasso.
Picasso, that is correct. And with that correct response, you have gotten on the board with a score of Blue Valley West 3, Shawnee Mission East 1. West, here's the next category for you, U.S. Geography, Cities. One of these 4 cities is rather distant from each of the other 3. Name the one that is rather distant from the others. Los Angeles, Hollywood, Pasadena, San Francisco. Danny?
San Francisco.
San Francisco. East, current events is your category. Actually, a real recent current event. Name the host who recently resigned suddenly from his MSNBC's most popular nightly news show. Peter?
Keith Olbermann.
Keith Olbermann is correct. West, next category for you, music history. Of Dixieland, swing, bebop, and big band, which is the first authentic jazz style? Peter?
Dixieland.
Dixieland is correct. East, next category for you, science, aircraft. The Concorde, developed by the British and the French, is an example of what type of aircraft? Jonathan?
Supersonic.
Supersonic is correct. Blue Valley West, European history is the next category. The Parisians attacked it because it stood as a symbol of the king's...
Bastille.
Walker, it is the Bastille. That is
Sorry.
correct. Make sure I call on you before you answer, but we will give you the point. Lancers, next category for you is geography. What historic resort town in Virginia restricts its Christmas decorations to items that colonial people would have used? Jonathan?
Williamsburg.
Williamsburg is correct. Jaguars, next category, literature. When Dostoevsky published Crime and Punishment in 1866, what was his countryman Tolstoy writing? Danny?
War and Peace.
War and Peace is correct. East, film is your next category. How does William Hurt communicate with Marlee Matlin in Children of a Lesser God? Jonathan?
Sign language.
Sign language is correct. Blue Valley West, next category for you, economics, another multiple choice question. A share of stock is actually, and you got 4 choices here, a certificate of ownership in a corporation, a receipt for money deposited in a corporate bank, evidence of intention to speculate on the rise and fall of the stock market, or evidence of ownership of long-term bonds. Walker?
C.
That is incorrect. East, chance to steal this economics question. A share of stock is actually a certificate of ownership in a corporation, a receipt for money deposited in a bank, corporate bank. C, evidence of an intention to speculate on the rise and fall of the stock market, or the evidence of ownership in long-term bonds. Jonathan?
A certificate of ownership, A.
Certificate of ownership, A is correct. Lancers, next category for you is science, medicine. Of the Black Death, smallpox, typhus, and influenza, which one is spread through casual skin contact? Jonathan?
Influenza.
Influenza is incorrect. Blue Valley West, chance to steal this science medicine category. Of the Black Death, smallpox, typhus, and influenza, which one is spread through casual skin contact? Walker?
Typhus?
Typhus is also incorrect. Smallpox. Smallpox is what we were looking for. Jaguars, next category for you, U.S. history. Within a year, when was the first session of the Continental Congress? Danny?
1775.
1775 we'll accept. If it's 1774, you're within the year. Shawnee Mission East, literature is your category. The Russian Vladimir Ulyanov, used a more famous name for his writings. One of his works, The Development of Capitalism in Russia, he died in 1924. Can you name him? Jonathan?
Karl Marx.
It is not Karl Marx. Jaguars, chance to steal this literature question. The Russian Vladimir Ulyanov. Peter?
Lenin.
Lenin is correct. Sports and golf is the next category for you, West. According to experts, what is the most common fault among golfers? Whit?
Forgetting to brush up the sand traps.
No, that is incorrect. Lancer's chance to steal this sports golf question. According to experts, what is the most common fault among golfers? Charles?
A foot fault?
Cannot accept that. We're looking just for the overswing. The overswing. Lancers, European history is the next category for you. It's a fairly long question. The eldest son of Edward III of England, this man established his reputation for valor in the 100 Years' War. His nickname was apparently derived from the color of armor he wore in battle. He became the Duke of Cornwall and the Prince of Wales before his death in 1376. By what name is he known? Peter?
Henry V.
Cannot accept Henry V. West, chance to steal this European history question. Once again, it's a long question. Here we go.
Edward the Black Prince.
It is not. It is Edward the Black Prince.
Sorry
Very
for
good.
calling.
Yeah, it's
I'm
all right.
sorry.
Wait, that's fine. Just make sure I call on you first. West, you do get the next category, and it is mythology. The centaur had the features of a man and a horse. A griffin resembled a cross between what? Peter?
An eagle and a lion.
Eagle and lion are the two. Very good. Science, biology is the next category for you, East. Name the protozoan that has all of these parts. A contractile vacuole, a nucleus, a cell membrane, pseudopods, and ectoplasm. Peter?
The amoeba.
It is the amoeba. Very good. Current events is your category, Jaguars. Name the country that has experienced unrest recently as protesters smashed police cars and police fired tear gas in the wake of a recent presidential overthrow. Peter?
Tunisia.
Tunisia is correct. Lancers, general knowledge is the next category. The expression back to the blank means an acknowledgement that a project has failed and one must start over again. Please fill in the blank. Peter?
Drawing board.
Drawing board is correct. Jaguars, music is the next category. Who played bass for the Beatles? Peter?
Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney is correct. Criminal law for you, Lancers. Larceny is a theft in which no force is used. Two types of larceny are petty and grand larceny. At what dollar amount does petty larceny become grand larceny? Jonathan?
$1,000.
That is incorrect. Jaguars, chance to steal this criminal law question. Larceny is a theft in which no force is used. Two types of larceny are petty and grand larceny. At what dollar amount does petty larceny become grand larceny? Danny?
$500.
It is not $500. It's $100. $100. Blue Valley West, you get the next category, and it is economics. In the business world, what is defined as the amount of output relative to the input involved? Time on that. Lancer's chance to steal this economics question. In the business world, what is defined as the amount of output relative to input involved? Jonathan?
Gross domestic product.
Cannot accept that. We're looking for productivity. Productivity. U.S. history is the next category for you, Lancers, and it's a fairly long question, so please pay attention. In 1836, leaders of the new Republic of Texas faced a dilemma of what to do with its most famous prisoner of war. Public sentiment favored execution, but the prisoner promised to lobby for official recognition of the new republic if he was released. He was freed and went to Washington, but President Jackson refused to see him. Who was he? Time on that. Jaguars, chance to steal this U.S. history category. In 1836, leaders of the new Republic of Texas faced the dilemma of what to do with its most famous prisoner of war. Danny?
Santa Ana.
Santa Ana is correct. And with that siren, that does give us the whistle, so to speak, for the first half. And our first half score currently stands at Blue Valley West 14, Shawnee Mission East 8. At this time in our program, we do go to a member of each one of our teams to give us a campus update. And first from Shawnee Mission East, we have Peter. What is happening with the Lancers?
Well, we just had a team place 4th in our state debate tournament, as well as our boys swim team has been doing very well as well. And our Lady Lancers have been tearing up the court in basketball. And our Beauty and the Beast, our winter play, is all getting ready to start.
Oh, fantastic. So a lot of things happening over at East. You guys managed to get all that stuff in still with all the snow days and everything, right? Okay, fantastic. Blue Valley West, and Danny, we have a campus update from you. What's happening with the Jaguars?
Well, obviously we've had a lot of snow lately, but recently our debate team won our first ever state championship, so that was very nice. We had our 2-speaker team also place 2nd in that competition. Our academic decathlon team finished 3rd last weekend in the state. Our basketball team finished 5th at the McPherson tournament last weekend, and our lady basketball team and our boys swimming team are also doing very well this season. So we got a lot of stuff going on.
All right, that sounds awesome. I noticed that both schools are very well rounded, making sure you do it performing arts, academically, and athletically as well. That's awesome. Before we head into the second half, I would like to update the viewers at home with our standings after Game 12 in this season. And leading off our category standings is Shawnee Mission West with a record of 3-0 and answering 61% of their questions correct, followed up by Blue Valley West here at 2-0 with 54% of the questions. And Blue Valley is number 3 at 2-0. Shawnee Mission Northwest 2-1, Shawnee Mission East is 1-1, and that is our top 5 as our current standings are holding. As we head into the second half here on categories, it is the lightning round, and in the lightning round, we place a question on the floor for either team to answer. If a team does ring in and answer incorrectly, the other team will get a chance to steal. So here we go. Both teams, U.S. Geography is the category. If you were standing in the downtown business district of the city of Indianapolis, Indiana, would you be east or west of the city of Pensacola, Florida? Danny?
West.
West is incorrect. Shawnee Mission East, chance to steal. Peter?
East.
East. It's east about 50 miles. Next category for both teams, science, medicine. If direct pressure and elevation of a wound fail to stem the bleeding, 2 other techniques can be attempted. Name either one. Ryan?
Tourniquet.
Tourniquet is correct. Or pressure on the arteries. Either one would be acceptable. Roman history is the next category for both teams. For 2 decades following Julius Caesar's assassination, his great-nephew and adopted son, Octavian. Danny?
Never mind. I don't know.
All righty. Shawnee Mission East, you do get a chance to answer this question with, obviously, West not having a chance to steal. Roman history is the category. For 2 decades following Julius Caesar's assassination, his great-nephew and adopted son, Octavian, was a dominant figure in Roman politics in 27 BC. Augustus was acclaimed unquestioned first citizen of the Roman state. What relation was Octavian to Augustus? Peter?
The same person.
They are the same person. That is correct. Both teams, world languages. Name the language group to which the following European languages belong. French, Spanish. Peter?
Romance.
They are Romance languages. Both teams, science, species is the category. What's the only carnivore native to mainland Australia? Peter?
A dingo.
Dingo is correct. Literature for both teams. In T.S. Eliot's The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock, Prufrock wonders whether he should dare to eat what kind of fruit? Charles?
Pomegranate.
Pomegranate is incorrect. Jaguars, chance to steal this literature question. In T.S. Eliot's The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock, Prufrock wonders whether he should dare to eat what kind of fruit? Walker?
An apple.
An apple is also incorrect. We're looking for a peach. Peach. Fine arts, music for both teams. Name the delightful scherzo by Paul Dukas in which a magician has a secret. Walker?
The Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Sorcerer's Apprentice is correct. Sports for both teams. What form of swimming can feature a barracuda back pike somersault? Polly?
Diving.
Diving is incorrect. West, chance to steal this sports category. What form of swimming can feature a barracuda back pike? Danny?
Synchronized swimming.
Synchronized swimming is correct. Both teams, government terminology is the category. It is a local party organization that dispenses patronage and often has a tight control of local political outcomes. Examples include Boss Tweed in New York. Danny?
Political machine.
Political machine is correct. Poetry for both teams. Sir Gawain and the Green Knight is one of the best known examples of the chief form of poetry during the 1300s. What was the form called? Ryan?
Sonnet.
Cannot accept sonnet. Jaguars, chance to steal this poetry question. Sir Gawain and the Green Knight is one of the best known examples of this chief form of poetry during the 1300s. What was this form called? Walker?
Wheel and round. Wheel and round.
I cannot accept that. We're just looking for romance. Romance. U.S. history for both teams. After Eisenhower had nominated Bolin as the ambassador to Russia, our cartoon showed a Wisconsin senator saying, "We have a documentary evidence that this man is planning a trip to Moscow." What senator was being ridiculed? Peter?
McCarthy.
McCarthy is correct. General knowledge for both teams. Many people, especially those of Asian and African ancestry, cannot drink milk or much milk. What part can't their bodies digest? Danny?
Lactose.
Lactose is correct. Geography, cathedrals for both teams. St. Basil's Cathedral is located in what city? Danny?
Moscow.
Moscow is correct. Science, terminology, and we're actually looking for a 6-syllable scientific term. The features, or the feathers of a bird and the hair of a dog are both parts of what basic animal body system? Peter?
Integumentary.
That's exactly right. Art, auctions for both teams. With a boom in art sales, the rivalry between the world's two biggest auction houses is larger than ever. Name both of these auctioneering giants. Looking for Sotheby's and Christie's are the two. Vocabulary for both teams. A serving table on which food is set for an informal meal of the same name is called what? Jonathan?
Buffet.
Buffet is correct. Shakespeare for both teams. The ships of Antonio were delayed by contrary winds, and consequently, he was unable to repay his debt to whom? Peter?
Shylock.
Shylock is exactly right. Musicals for both teams. Listen to the following quotation and tell me from which Broadway musical play it comes from. It is, in fact, the introductory remark of this play, or this musical. I have come to the conclusion that one useless man is called a disgrace, that two are called a law firm, and three or more become a congress. Name the musical. Polly?
The Music Man.
That is incorrect. Blue Valley West, chance to steal this musicals category. Listen to the following quotation and tell me from which Broadway musical play it comes. It is, in fact, the introductory remark. I have come to the conclusion that one useless man is called a disgrace, that two are called a law firm, and three or more become a congress. Name the musical. Walker?
Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
That is incorrect. We're looking for 1776. 1776. Vocabulary, word origin for both teams. The name Latin derives from Latium, a place name describing what modern-day country? Peter?
Italy.
Italy is correct. Spelling. How do you spell paraphernalia? Peter?
Paraphernalia. P-H-A-N-A-L-I-A.
That is incorrect.
Oh,
Lancer's chance to steal. Peter?
P-A-R-A-P-H-E-N-A-L-I-A.
That is incorrect. It's P-A-R-A-P-H-E-R-N-A-L-I-A. Paraphernalia. Science for both teams. What smaller particles make up an alpha particle? Jonathan?
Quarks.
Cannot accept that. Blue Valley West, chance to steal. Tyler?
Protons and neutrons.
Protons and neutrons are correct. With that correct response, you've opened up a 10-point lead to 24-14. Film for both teams. In which 2004 film does Morgan Freeman play ex-boxer Eddie, also known as Scrap Iron? Danny?
$1 Million Baby.
$1 Million Baby is correct. Literature. In his book, The Silver Locusts, is a haunting account of Mars in the early 21st century. The Golden Apples of the Sun and Something Wicked This Way Comes are also written by this American author. Name him. Whit?
Ray Bradbury.
Ray Bradbury is correct. Artists for both teams. What town was Leonardo da Vinci born in? Peter?
Vinci.
Vinci is correct. Current events for both teams. Name the president of China who recently visited. Peter?
Hu Jintao.
That is exactly right. Vocabulary for both teams. Name an 8-letter word that describes the largest landmass in the world. Jonathan?
Greenland.
Cannot accept Greenland. West, chance to steal this vocabulary question. Danny?
Eurasia.
Eurasia is correct. Mathematics is the next category for both teams. An inch represent what percent of a foot? Peter?
8%. Oh, sorry. No. 8%.
Cannot accept 8%. East, chance to steal this math category. An inch represents what percent of a foot? Jonathan?
7%.
It is not 7%. It's 8 1/3%. Ancient history for both teams. The Greek physician Hippocrates believed that health depended on the proper balance of 4 humors, or fluids, of the body. Name any 2 of them. Walker?
Blood, phlegm, black bile, yellow bile.
That's exactly, you named all 4. Very good. Literature for both teams. Name 3 of the 4 main characters in Kenneth Grahame's Wind in the Willows. Peter?
Toad, badger, and mole.
That is 3 of them, and the other one was water rat. Water rat. Next category for both teams, science, minerals. This common mineral is one of the hardest. It is a number 7 on the Mohs scale of hardness. It is a compound of 2 of the most abundant elements in the Earth's crust. It is one of the minerals in granite, and it is a major constituent of beach sands. Tyler?
Silicon dioxide.
Exactly, or quartz. We would have kept either one. U.S. history for both teams. At the Continental Troops' final winter encampment at New Windsor, George Washington rejected the offer of kingship and created the Order of the Purple Heart. In what state did Washington spend that winter? Peter?
New Jersey.
It is not New Jersey. Blue Valley West, chance to steal this U.S. history question. In the Continental Troops' final winter encampment at New Windsor, George Washington rejected the offer of kingship and created the Order of the Purple Heart. In what state did Washington spend the winter of 1782-1783? Whit?
Virginia.
It is not Virginia. It is New York. New York. Both teams. You know what? We didn't start the question, so we're not going to have to go with that. That siren does designate the end of our game, and we do have a final score of Blue Valley West 31, Shawnee Mission East 15. I'm so glad you joined us here on Categories today. Please join us again next time as we bring you the best and brightest minds of high school students all throughout Johnson County.